Greetings and peace to you all. This is Umi. Thank you guys for joining me for this video. And this video is for the alchemist patrons. And today I'm going to be building with you guys on crystals. Keep in mind, if you are a patron, you can send a message or email regarding a subject that is of interest to you. I'll be happy to do my best and share insights, knowledge, and information that will be useful to you on your journey. You just have to send me a message about what you'd like to discuss. So someone did inquire about crystals, and interestingly enough, I have not talked about crystals on my channel, but it is something, crystals, I do work with crystals, and for a number of reasons. And like many people, I'm definitely still learning and exploring all the different properties and uses, because there are so many crystals and stones that can be beneficial in your spiritual work. Now, keep in mind, some people have crystals for various reasons. Not everyone sees them as, sort of magical, metaphysical tools. Some people have crystals just for the sake of aesthetics, because they look good in a space. So, for example, having something like a large selenite, a raw selenite egg on a bookshelf, can just look cool. But there are many metaphysical properties associated with this crystal and many others. And for me, selenite, it's very reflective and sort of translucent, and it's a crystal that I keep nearby when I'm doing sessions, and I keep it in my space because it reminds me of reflection and intuition and scrying, the way people can look into a glass of water or a crystal ball and see things. So selenite is very pure. It's a very pure energy that helps to sift out distractions for me in my subconscious mind and to really gain a sense of clarity. So this, in addition to being aesthetically pleasing for like a bookshelf, I keep it in my space for psychic and intuitive, heightening those psychic and intuitive abilities. People do have raw stones, raw crystals, because, it may feel more organic and more natural to have a raw piece. It's great if you can harvest or extract your own raw crystals. There are some mining sites where people do go to pick their own crystals out. If you're not able to do that, if there's no place that you're aware of in your area, you can certainly just do your homework and get a piece of stone or crystal offline from a reputable company, preferably people that are not exploiting locals and over mining and damaging the land. So this is pyrite. This is known as fool's gold. I do keep this like in my purse or my pocket. To me, it reminds me of abundance and prosperity, financial security. I've actually worked with pyrite and citrine as a way to help me overcome, like money, my fears around money or asking for money or having money, overcoming a lack mentality, a point of time where I really struggled with self-worth and really understanding what does it feel like to be financially good and have good credit and these things. So I'm not saying these crystals will make you think a certain way or change your mind, but if you're that aligned with, how energy works and like frequencies, and you'll recognize like wearing certain things on your body, working with certain things, it shifts your energy. But starting off with some of the more common crystals such as amethyst. This is a raw piece of amethyst, and it's in the form of a point. I have another stone crystal. This is black obsidian. That's also in the form of a point. And for me, these are similar to like wands. So you can kind of direct energy with these. I don't really get all into pointing and directing energy, but I found them very interesting and I love their shape. This one I do sometimes turn and feel as if I'm working with energy from east to west, north to south. This one, not so much. I just kind of have it. I typically will have them put up on my shelf up here because this is a space where I do typically do sessions. And so black obsidian and stones like tourmaline or jet are great for absorbing negative energy, keeping your space clean, putting them in corners of rooms or by windows or by the front door, anywhere where you want negativity to immediately be sucked up and dismissed from your space. But these do have to be cleansed. You can cleanse these by burying them in the earth for a few days. Like if you have a yard, you can put some of these stones, not all of them, in a little bit of salt water, maybe overnight or for a couple hours. again, depending on the crystal, because some can get damaged in salt water. You can sage and, you know, cleanse your crystals with sage and prayers. So I do wear some in the form of jewelry. This is a pendant, a Spectrolite pendant. It's very similar to, I guess it's pronounced Labradorite or Labradorite, where you get that sort of orange and blue iridescent. And I wear this almost every day. Sometimes I sleep in my pendants, especially when they're good for psychic and spiritual protection and clarity, healing, different things like that. So it's definitely worth doing your research. Another stone that I really appreciate is this beautiful stone called Rainbow Moonstone. And each piece is clear, but depending on how the light hits it, you see very beautiful reflections of yellows and greens and blues. This is the most healing stone and one of my favorite stones, Rainbow Moonstone. So I wear it quite often. I'll wear it when I'm just interacting with people and my children, or just when my mood is a little down. It's definitely a pendant or a stone crystal for healing and nurturing, and, you know, this sort of maternal healing energy. So again, you may choose to wear rings, bracelets, necklaces, raw stones, smooth pieces for decor in your space. It can go in your room, your dorm. Crystals can be rather subtle, so everyone doesn't have to know that you're working with, you know, crystals for metaphysical or spiritual reasons. This is a tiger's eye here. This one has some lapis lazuli. So you can wear it, you know, and disguise it very well, or just have it in your space to keep your space clear, especially if you share a space with other people. So I do encourage you to just do some research. If there's a color you like, oh, I love this green stone I saw, it was adventurine or citrine or ruby, or you're just seeing, I think you mentioned moldavite. I'm not familiar, for the person who requested the video on crystals, I'm not familiar with moldavite. I haven't worked with it myself, but I do feel if you're drawn to it, the color, or you've seen it, or it just keeps popping up, that it's likely a crystal that's for you. Similarly, that was my experience with the moonstone, that it wasn't even just any moonstone. It was always this rainbow moonstone that kept calling me. So in addition to stones and crystals, I definitely also encourage the use of different types of metals. If you're gonna wear, you know, nice pieces of gold and diamond and things like that, that's great. Wear what you can afford. But I also feel that wearing brass, copper, bronze, some of the natural earthy metals are great for magnetizing the power of the other crystals that you're wearing, but also just helping to heal and balance your own bone and blood cells. So believe it or not, the metals we wear on our body also have a similar effect. So I wanted to share this with you. I hope this was useful. You know, explore. I don't have any books on crystals. I used to have like a crystal Bible or something. May have given it away. I don't know where it went. So now I just typically will get crystals based on how I resonate with them and how they look, and research, and really looking for credible and sustainable companies that are, you know, allowing for these tools to be available on the market. So thank you guys for tuning in. Have a peaceful rest of your week. Until next time, peace.